Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Also below this video there is a link to get £50 for swapping your UK electricity supplier to Octopus Energy. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcomed back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show on Facebook and Twitter. One last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and join button to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by Neil, Sleeping Warrior, Chocolate Saiyan, and a whole bunch of people in Discord. So welcome, one and all.
Hello. Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
And also Arwin.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be.
Time shift.
Time shift? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we went our clocks forward. Yeah, that's right. Who cares?
All of a sudden, like half the clocks were like on another time as the rest. Like what?
I made sure I didn't get caught. I set it up.
Ooh.
Well, that's good to know that we're all coping with the diddling of time that's occurring currently.
It was the leprechauns.
Remember 10th Man explaining about April Fool's Day? Where it came from originally? That was the original
No,
New Year.
I explained that.
Say again? Say again, Neil?
I thought I explained that.
Was it you? Well, tell us again, Neil. Regale the story upon us once more.
Okay. It got the April Fools came about because they changed New Year's from April 1st to January. It used to be April 1st. A lot of people didn't go with it, and they kept celebrating New Year's Day on April 1st, and they were known to the rest of the people who changed as those April Foolers. There you have it.
So it was where they used to celebrate New Year when we have New Year. Now, for all of you experiencing lovely, beautiful days at the moment, that's because it's a new year. However, in the middle of winter, when everything's dead, we celebrate the New Year. And then the day after New Year, everything is still very dark and very dead.
I'd like to know where the jokes came in, though. That's what would like to figure out. When did they start making it like a joke? Was it like, did they consider them a joke? So they started pranking people and saying, April Fools.
I don't know how they implemented it, but that's obviously still prevalent to this day. And anything that they don't like, that they want to change and have it their way for whatever reason of control, it always is. You'll ridicule the people who don't appreciate it and tell them that they're idiots. In this case, fools. April Fools. What? You think New Year starts when we get a new year and everything starts to be new? Fool.
So it's like projection. They're the fools.
Exactly. Right, let's do a bit of housekeeping. Any evidence of a physical geometric sphere-edge horizon, formerly known as the curve of the Earth?
Why would you expect to see such a thing?
Because if we're standing on a sphere, radius 3959, then we'd have a physical geometric sphere-edge obstruction blocking boats and buildings as asserted in Earth curve calculations. The fact that the horizon is not physical, debunked by the Black Swan, means we don't have a horizon that is physical or Earth curve. The horizon is not Earth curve.
I don't know. I got some groundbreaking evidence.
So you're saying the horizon doesn't have an address? Can't get to it? Not an actual physical location that I can get to? That boats will disappear behind and shit?
No. The beautiful irony of them asserting that boats fall over the sphere-edge horizon physical, now debunked sphere-edge horizon, called Earth curve, only to have their controlled opposition narrative from the Flat Earth Society have a picture of a boat falling over an edge. That's precisely what they claim in their maths, however. They claim boats go over a sphere edge, the bit that blocks your view from your position, and it's 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet.
So if it happens to not be there, does that mean it just moved away? Like, can a physical location like that move maybe
No.
10 times further than where it should be mathematically?
No, that's the essence of the Black Swan argument. If the horizon is beyond the geometric physical limitations of a sphere Earth radius 3959, then the horizon is not geometric and physical. And the rebuttal we receive from them is to affirm precisely that. The horizon's not geometric. And it needs to be if you're on a sphere Earth claiming it's blocking things. We've just debunked it.
So that means that Galileo was wrong when he observed boats with his telescope, correct?
Yeah. An optical phenomena that's asserting that there's a blockage by way of physical geometry is incorrect. Any more from Discord, maybe?
Where would we be if somebody had like a phone booth like Billings Head, and we can go back and give Galileo or somebody P900? Say, remember all that shit about the boats you thinking is disappearing over a curve? Check this out.
Yeah, and then give him the Rayleigh criterion and demonstrate it with a coin on a table or something.
Yep.
Can you imagine if we showed Galileo, assuming that Galileo actually existed, but imagine that we gave him Taboo Conspiracy's laser video at 19 and 22 miles where the two lasers are looking at each other, and then asked him to interpret that and then correct history? Because like kids are still being taught this nonsense today in school.
Any evidence of
Well, get
axial
work.
rotation of the Earth-based variety?
What do they say for axial rotation? The stars. They say that the stars is the only evidence of axial rotation.
Of the Earth-based variety, not the celestial-based variety.
No, there's nothing that indicates that we might be moving at all.
Well, but that's a little weird though, since they tell us the stars are moving because we're on a spinning ball. Well, why are the stars still moving when you get off the spinning ball?
Because we're not on a spinning ball. So any evidence of axial
There you
rotation
go.
of the Earth-based variety.
Can we not have sunrise and sunsets of the Earth-based variety?
Sorry, is that Earth-based when you say sun moving?
No, but I can't think of anything other than them things to indicate that we've got axial rotation.
No. Evidence of the axial
oh.
rotation is not going to be an
Can we have
inference.
planes?
No
Plane flights,
inferences.
they're of the Earth-based variety, aren't they?
Evidence is proof, not inference. Evidence, not inference.
Planes. Can we have planes? They're of the Earth-based variety, aren't they? If the flights were east and west, they should be faster and slower.
Hold on, that's not evidence of an axial rotation. Saying they should be would be evidence that we don't have axial rotation. Yeah, if we had a Coriolis observable from the ground, i.e. looking at a plane seeming to drift because you're turning beneath it, as is claimed, then the turning beneath it bit that gives you that not actual deflection from the ground would cause the flight to be shortened if it was travelling west. We don't experience that, therefore there is no Coriolis deviation to observe. You'd manifest in flights, having their flights shortened in their duration. So, no, that's not an evidence of axial rotation. That's a debunking of a globe Earth claim that they prove axial rotation by way of a Coriolis deviation we don't experience. Any evidence of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety? Going once, going twice.
Selective Coriolis effect.
The lack of Coriolis effect, did you say, Arwen?
No, selective. Some things deviate, others don't.
Doesn't work.
Selective.
No. That's a misapprehension about Coriolis deviation. If you're on a roundabout spinning, it's not like some of the trees will seem like they're coming towards you on the roundabout and some of them won't. It doesn't work like that. Either it's on the roundabout spinning with you, in which case something in your hand that you hold in front of you doesn't have a Coriolis deviation because it's part of the non-inertial reference frame that you're turning on. Whereas anything that's not on that platform, i.e. any of the trees, anything in the sky, anything that's buzzing past you, will deviate without exception.
I disagree. if you turn the roundabout slow enough, nothing will seem to deviate. And if you
Everything
turn
will
it
seem to
fast enough,
deviate.
you will fly off it. And then
Don't
everything...
start with this flawed premise that nothing will seem to deviate if you're turning slow enough. No, everything will still seem to deviate in that scenario.
No, it
Yes.
will take too long. No, it will
No.
seem like it's all standing still anyway.
This is the first we've heard from Arwin. He's already getting my blood pressure up.
Ah.
Look, if you're on a roundabout, it doesn't matter how slow you're turning, things that are rooted into the ground like trees will seem to be moving. They'll just seem to be moving at a very slow rate if you're turning at a very slow rate.
Yeah, but what if you're just sitting there for an hour? It barely moves 2 millimeters angular-wise, and then you just get bored and get off it again.
Then you'll have had
Well,
2
nothing
millimeters
would have
of
seen-
not actual deviation as you turned on the roundabout, and the tree you were looking at moved by 2 millimeters, which would be actually much bigger because it would be a wider angle depending on how far away the tree is versus how far 2 millimeters is in angle on the given roundabout size you're on. So there's a lot of factors, but ultimately there's always going to be deviation.
Only partially.
Why are you doing this, Arwin?
Arwen's not having a very good day, Nathan. He just told everyone we're Satan's children.
No, he did
You
not.
might be.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
I
you
was listening to your show, I
blocked
didn't
me
hear
in
that
your
bit.
chat. Oh, I was just seeing if you're okay, and you called me a devil's child.
Yeah, I'm being barraged by trolls.
awesome.
I'm sorry if you can't handle that. Get over yourself.
Okie dokie. Look, yeah, let's just get through housekeeping. So, axial rotation is claimed to be proven by Coriolis deviation, which we would observe if we were turning. We don't, therefore, that's not a proof of axial rotation. I'm going to give it one more time. Any evidence of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety?
No, nothing.
Any evidence of the distance to the Sun?
It's over there.
It's
Got to
today.
make an assumption
Hooray.
somewhere, Nathan.
Say again, Anthony?
You've got to make an assumption somewhere. You've got to assume distance or size somewhere.
I haven't got to do anything. You're the boss of me.
Then you can't have a distance to the sun then.
No assumptions.
It seems higher in the sky today.
Seems? What's all this nonsense? Any evidence of the distance to the Sun?
No.
Nah.
Bummer. Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Cartoons
Yeah,
and
it's under
textbooks.
Arwen's house. There's a molten core under Arwen's house.
Don't think so. Go on, thrash this out, Merlin. You obviously want to have a little jab at Arwen for whatever reason.
Oh, did the spirits make you say that? Did I touch you in a special place?
Hold on, Arwen. I want to hear from this child of Satan. Go ahead, Merl.
He's lost his bean, Nathan.
Bean?
Yeah,
Bean?
I don't know
means
if he
something
ever
very
had it.
specific here.
yeah, his bean.
You making
Yeah, yeah.
Bean.
Oh, hashtag intolerance. That's what it's called.
What kind of
I think
intolerance?
it's been
Vile.
like that for half
You're
a year.
asking for money, and you're being vile.
Oh, God, do we have to do this?
It's not a good look, Arwen,
I just
for
want to
you
correct...
or anyone in this community.
So, Arwen, just
Right,
to
well, at
change...
least I don't talk like a retard. So.
Oh, God, stop both of you. Right, no more. Just for a minor correction, I listened to your show today. You were talking about useless idiots, and it's useful idiots. So you were explaining how they're not useless to the powers that should not be, but the term is useful idiots. Just so you know.
Arwen's a useful idiot for you, right?
Merle, right, last jab. Arwen, you can reply. Then the last jab is going to be thrown here, right? No more. We've got a few more housekeeping questions. 4 to be specific.
I'm sorry. Do I need to respond to that?
No, but you've got an opportunity if you want. He's throwing jabs your way. If you want to throw one back, feel free. If not, be the bigger man. Great, we'll move on.
Okay, fine. But just I don't know. I feel kind of embarrassed. I want to rebut to somebody that literally has half your IQ. It's
How bald are you,
Perfect.
Arwen, underneath that ponytail?
No more ad homs. End of ad homs. That's it. Alwyn threw his last jab. That's it. End of. No more. Please stop, both of you. Right. Arwen less than you, by the way, Mel. Anyway, any scientific evidence of gravity?
Hell no.
Oh, do you assign yourself to that, Merle? Do you think
Alwyn, come on.
gas go down, go boom, boom? No.
fair enough.
Let's just put it
No,
on
fair
the
enough. Go
table.
ahead.
Let's just prove it, what I just said.
You believe gas go down, go boom, boom. Are you an incoherent dielectric acceleration or gravity believer, Merle? It's being thrown your way.
I don't think
No,
he
I
does.
couldn't care less.
He doesn't care, Arwen. You're not going to get him on that score. Any scientific evidence of gravity?
But that's not a no then.
He doesn't care. That's a good point. Is that a no?
No, it's not.
I know it's not. I'm asking. Merle,
Yeah, so he's not.
is that a no?
Oh, that's funny.
Do you think we've got a downward
Yeah,
bias?
no, I don't think so.
There you go. He said no,
think it-
specifically Arwen. That's it.
I think people drop things and it's not a big deal.
About helium balloons. They go down.
Helium balloons go up.
So you don't think there's a downward bias of any description then?
Nah.
I didn't think you did. Anyway, let's
Unless
move on.
somebody that really thinks
Yeah.
that's important asks him, and then I'll bet he'll say yes.
Don't
But
define his
that's
thoughts.
fine.
What's going on? Arwen, you were the bigger man until this moment. Now you're about even. Any single viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics? Well, Mel might say blah, blah, blah.
He will?
I don't know. Hopefully not.
I don't think he's even that stupid.
God, you had to drop an ad hom in. Mel, why have you done this? You started this.
Because
He
I
started
reached
it.
out to him to see if he was okay, and he blocked me. And he starts talking about Satan and shit. It's like, get real, dude. Relax.
Yeah, well, get real. I was being bombarded with literally one sock account spamming every 5 seconds. So, yeah, you got in between there. I might have blocked you because I basically said, I'm not. Everybody that thinks they're new, don't get in here because, yeah, I'm just going to ban it right now unless I know who you are with certainty.
Okay, Mel saying he was reaching out to you though, Arwen. Did you hear that bit?
Well, only because he just told me.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, he just said so, but he's also apparently very outraged about things that I said.
I can
No, I'm
understand
not
why, given what is
outraged.
detailed. I don't know the broad strokes. Maybe Mel will expand after housekeeping. But for now, can we keep
Sorry,
this
Nathan.
episode of The View to a minimum just till we get through housekeeping?
I'm fine with that.
The view.
Okie dokie. Any evidence you can have gas pressure without the necessary antecedent of a container to press upon?
Yeah, 2 containers.
Without a container.
Just a bit of maths. We'll create a container in maths.
That's abstract. In reality, physical reality, gas pressure without a container. Not 2 containers, not abstract math.
Hold up. If you could have geometric horizons in math, why can't you have a container in math?
That's
Why
not
not?
physics. Physics means physical. Maths is abstract. It's just a way of describing something. So I can describe a geometric horizon. It doesn't mean it's physical. Doesn't mean it's in reality.
The atmosphere.
But what if I just say it a lot?
Arwen's throwing out fundy rhetoric while you're doing it, Chocolate. Can your atmosphere, sphere-shaped air wait for a minute, Arwen? Go ahead, Chocolate.
I was doing the same thing.
Oh,
Just say it a lot, you know? Geometric horizon, you know, it only exists in the map. There you go.
well, if it only exists in the maths, it doesn't exist in physical reality. I'm asking specifically for evidence of gas pressure without a container, though.
Is this akin to the bouncy balls without the fish tank?
Sorry, does gas go down, go boom boom, like solid bonded bouncy balls poured into a fish tank a la Thunderfoot Clown? Is that how gas behaves? No, it's
Okay,
not.
I'll answer the
No,
question.
not at all.
I'll answer the question. Step outside and I'm able to breathe. Therefore, gas pressure out of container, Nathan. What's wrong with you?
No, you've got that the wrong way round. Going outside and experiencing gas pressure means you definitely have the necessary antecedent of containment to have the gas pressure to breathe. So being able to breathe gas pressure isn't a proof that we don't have a container. Quite the contrary. It's proof we do have a container. There is definitely containment. We're breathing the proof.
Hold on, not if you walk outside into the
Citation, please.
atmosphere on the ball Earth.
Atmosphere is an oxymoron, right? Atmo means air. Sphere is a fundamentalist religious presupposition that air, which takes the shape of its container, actually arbitrarily takes the shape of a sphere in a vacuum. That's not how gas behaves. Couple of quick shout outs. So shout out to Guns of Navarone RMP, who's joined as a hyena. Thank you very much indeed. And also a shout out to Al Junkie, who says, who fancies a formal debate between Mel and Arwin? This is a debate show. They could easily do it. It just descended into ad homs within about 3 exchanges. But thank you for the super chat. Last but by no means least, any evidence of the R value, that's Earth radius, 3959. Come on.
No.
In the math.
Negative.
I mean, that would be cool, but if the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 59 miles, then every horizon distance measurement can be no more than 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. That doesn't happen. So I guess Earth's not a sphere of a radius of 3959.
Correct.
Too bad.
Yeah, and we don't have a physical sphere edge for a horizon. We do not see the geometric horizon. You wouldn't expect to see the horizon. Nobody claims the horizon is Earth curve. The geometric horizon only exists in the maths. These are all globe believer quotes. The geometric horizon is Earth curve, by the way.
Nobody claims the horizon is Earth curvature.
Here, see my pictures of horizons. The title is This is Earth Curve.
Do you presuppose the Earth is a sphere?
Do I what,
Of
Neil?
course, we presuppose the Earth is a sphere. Of course we do.
That's how models are
Nobody
made.
claims the Earth horizon is Earth curve except in this picture. I'm pointing at it right now.
No, by the way, that little minute 10 video you put out, Nathan, classic. What a bunch of meatballs.
Yeah, a load of globers telling you how the horizon's not a physical geometric sphere edge to block boats and buildings. And us pointing out that we've only got one horizon and it's not geometric, therefore Earth curve is debunked as a claim the horizon is physical.
He got to do something with like The Usual Suspects, that movie, and put all of them in it.
Yeah, I can't remember what I called it. Something like that. This is not Earth curvature, and then a picture of a horizon. And that's what this boils down to. Their arguments, the globe Earth arguments, start with the horizon. Because they're asserting that's what Earth curve is. And it doesn't matter if your argument's framed about whether it's bent or not, whether it's straight or not, how far away it'll obscure things into the distance. It's all an assertion of physical sphere edge geometry. That's what Earth curve is, a horizon that's physical. And the horizon isn't physical. Globe Earth debunked.
Don't you need 2 lines of sight, though?
2 lines of sight, yeah. We've only got 1 line of sight to 1 horizon, and the horizon in their geometric physical Earth curve maths that excludes perspective is a physical horizon. We haven't got a line of sight to it, though. Line of sight means you'd see it, and we don't.
Well, I meant that in a funny way because Rumpus came on and said, well, with my other line of sight, the one that shows things that aren't really there, I see it.
In the maths, he sees it, because that's not how we see it.
The line of sight that you never see things from. That's cool.
Shout out to Stopping Traffic in My Rasta Hat, who says, Mel, take it on the tin chin. I think Mel was expressing concern, as much as it came off a bit snarky. I think he was actually expressing concern and being a bit irritated that it got thrown back in his face. So let's not take it the wrong way.
Cheers, Nathan. Yeah, that's 100 it. That's bullseye. That's exactly what happened.
Today on The View, long-time flat Earth friends and rivals become friends once more as they thrash out their differences. Welcome to The View.
I'm more interested in how you stop traffic in the Rasta
No, the Rasta hat is what stops the traffic.
Hut. Okay, is that it?
I think so. No, and we're not going to launch into an apology for Arwin going, okay, well, thank you for expressing your concern. I just had a hard day. Clearly not.
I always thought the Rasta hats looked like Jiffy Pop. You ever see Jiffy Pop?
Yeah, yeah.
I always think of Jamiroquai. I don't know why.
The original tinfoil hat, Jiffy Pop.
What? No.
So, Arwin, Merle's a bit concerned about you.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh, that's so nasty.
Oh,
Shut
man.
up.
Is it because you're not a real wizard?
Stoking the
Stop
fire.
whining about my attitude.
What's
Well,
going on here?
I'm actually more intrigued to know why you're calling everyone a child of Satan. That was what I was hoping to get to. But I might as well just come out with it and ask you. Why are you calling everyone children of Satan?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to watch my show.
I did.
Well, it's just because people, they live and grow up in a world where they're slowly and gradually, according to socially engineered tables and processes, surrender their soul more and more, lose their original spirit with which they were born, which was handed to them by God upon birth, or rather upon conception. And so they all become gradually, step by step, more children of Satan, more getting into the habits of using lies in social conduct and in self-deception, because you can't handle the truth, and the more you lie, the less you can handle the truth. And I've been one of those weird individuals that's like torturously held on to the same things for a very long time after figuring out like I can't join these people, as in the world, with this process. I'm not going to step into this atrophy cycle.
I don't know. I think you just need to get out.
And
more.
I'm having some side effects from that.
Hey, John.
Morning.
Good morning.
Does that answer your question?
I already knew the answer. I just want it to be discussed on my show. Maybe we'll get a, follow-up from someone else. But you also had a few technical issues. I didn't know if we were going to get into those boring details.
Technical issues? What?
But that frustrates me. If you've got to restart a stream and it's all stuttery, which it was, and you were saying that you had had technical issues when I first got there and started chatting.
Right. Yeah, my computer literally just froze up out of nowhere, like completely. The screen, not blue screen, just freeze. That's, I can't remember when that happened last. But then when I started up again, I did it as quickly as possible. I just started OBS, said, okay, live streaming. And there was just no response from YouTube for like 5 minutes. So I had to just stop it again and do it again. And then YouTube picked it up. It's just pissed me off. And I was already pissed off. So
Just to add a bit of balance, I love all the new YouTube features. They're ace.
screw YouTube features. Do you realize it now takes over 3 seconds before a message is actually hidden when you try to ban somebody? It takes freaking 3 seconds. Ridiculous. All
First
their
world
crap
problems.
is going to be out there for 3 seconds. It's preposterous.
Okie dokie. Hello, Adam, by the way.
Afternoon, guys. Sorry, working in the shop at the moment, so it's just
What's up,
Dip
Adam?
in and out. It's interesting. Who are you upsetting always?
Oh God.
Oh, I started off, so
What?
I'd only heard a little bit. But, yeah.
Oh, you can say whatever you like, man.
Oh, what? I love
You
you
at
always.
least have the brains to actually make a point.
Well, I just did it was
All
sort
right.
of kicking off. But
All
sorry,
right, so
I'll
that's
get
the
some
second
admin.
time
So-
you've done this. I've been in this community as long as you. What thinks you've got the balls to say I don't have the brains to be part of this community and add and contribute to it, Owen?
I think he might have been talking about me, actually.
He was definitely talking about me. It's the second time he's called me some kind of retard. I think the word you used, Owen. Am I wrong?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay, well, before you get into it, thank you very much to Godzilla37. He says, 5 years and still not one rebuttal to any of the housekeeping questions. Globe believers, it's not just faith at this point. Or is it not just faith at this point? Thank you very much for the super chat, Godzilla.
It's always been. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't
We
say.
get rebuttals. The rebuttals are just concessions now, though. That's the problem.
Not stupid.
they
So,
got it.
Owen,
just,
like,
it might just be
you're
his
you're
Indian
like
accent.
a tea sipping
Oh, getting
beggar.
obsessed over me now.
But I'm the
You,
retard.
you know what class of what category of people get obsessed with somebody that triggers them? Retards.
I'm not obsessed with you.
Oh, come on.
I rarely come to listen to you, Owen. Why would I?
Yeah, and now you won't shut up. Now you're just another troll. Congratulations.
Why can't
You
we
deserve
be
trolling.
friends?
You deserve trolling, Owen.
Hey,
There
you
you
can do more than
go.
rap.
There
you can
you
do more than
go.
rap, chocolate. Let's change from
You
Oprah.
do deserve it,
Let's
mate.
change from Oprah to
No,
Nathan
it's not
Oakley
Oprah.
show.
It's the view. It's the view.
Ding, 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 ding.
When you come off like you're self-righteous and you're more intelligent than other people, you're gonna get it sooner or later from someone.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I know. Come and get it, bitch.
No need. Shout out to that flat fellow for the super chat. He's just got a pair of sunglasses. I think he's saying he likes this or this is cool. It's not cool. We're not talking about the nature of the earth. We're talking about two
My
people.
money's on Arwen.
Is the show over?
No, this is actually a live show.
Dick Cavett.
We're live. We're live right now. You realise that, right? 130 people watching.
Did you say Dick Cavett?
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch reruns of Dick Cavett. I'm tired of the View.
Oh, really? So Owen can't handle some constructive criticism from one of the original people of this community.
What did I wake up to?
Oh really? So
Yeah.
Why are you
Really?
what
constructing
is your
anybody?
structural contribution? What terminology is now worldwide being utilized thanks to your presence, Merle?
What have you ever brought to the discussion besides baldness and Alex Jones supplements?
We cut the ad homs, right? We're talking about what's
See?
been brought to the table in the subject matter. That I can cope with, right? But if you're going to start calling him names, I'm not going to cope with that. I'm just going to shut you both down and it'll end up being a boring conversation. Try and keep it on topic. Try not to ad hom each other. Neil, try not to interrupt.
I didn't add just tried to point out certain facts.
You're trying
No.
to take
But you had to
intellectual
talk about
superiority
Alex
over
Jones
me.
and-
You're trying to take intellectual superiority over me, and I'm here to crush you like a bug.
Exact hair for over 20 years. Oh, I'm so bald. I'm glad you've revealed your level. Okay? That's your
You
contribution.
need just
right
for
there.
men,
That's your level.
and you need
That's
to
your,
get out more.
your level.
You should have listened to Vinny and got a job.
Stop! Right, I thought we were going to move on to something that Arwen's presented that's useful. Physicality assumption bias, the Arwinian paradox, something that's related to the subject. And I'm sure Merle's had plenty of experiences debating fundies that he can offer that would be a useful presentation to a bloody live audience. Hello? Do we have to talk like this to each other? It's no need at all.
See, Owen, if you don't offer respect, you don't get any back.
Merle, it's his show.
Look
He can
who's
block you if he
projecting,
wants.
baby.
Yeah, that's fine. But when
Okay,
someone
so
from the
let's
community...
wait. You said that's fine, so we can move on now.
No, we were in the middle of something.
No, we don't have to talk about that. We figured it out. It's fine.
No, but he asked me what I've contributed to the community with this superior tone. Like he's brought some truth
so
to
you
earth.
have nothing. You have nothing in rebuttal then.
No, you have nothing.
Bear with me just 1 second. We've had Ellen DeGeneres, Al Junkie from the sidelines super chat says, Mel, what do you like about Arwin? And vice versa. I think that's an excellent question from Ellen DeGeneres in the chat. Shout out to Al Junkie for the super chat, in all seriousness.
What do I like about him? I like his passion. I like that he is invested. I can see that he's one of the people that wants progress, that he wants to know where he lives. He wants to understand his existence. I think they're valuable qualities.
Very.
He's very honest. He
Excellent.
calls a spade a spade.
Excellent. Arwin, vice versa. What do you like about Merle? Nothing that you don't like, please.
Well, it's going to take me a little bit more time. I don't really follow much of his work. I guess that sometimes his steady voice can like hit a right snare. That's pretty much it. So yeah, steady voice. At times, you have your good moments, you have your sensitivity too. It's just that, yeah, I'll leave it to that.
Got a voice like a snare drum. Meanwhile, you're invested, supportive, dedicated, conscientious. He listed quite a few nice things about you, but you say he's got a voice like a snare drum?
Snare drum? No, he can have quite a nice voice at times. If he's actually engaging in a conversation. I've heard him say a few things that I thought like, wow, that's well said.
There you go.
A bit sporadic. Positive. That seems to be the problem.
Also,
you guys have solved world problems.
Also empathetic and supportive, as he concerned for you today, Arwin, clearly. Okay, ladies, are we all done here?
Respect, Nathan.
I thought that was amazing.
I'm listening from the sideline and I'm watching. Remember it.
Al Junkie says, now I can go to heaven.
Fine. Right. Just know that I consider it also of myself a virtue that I'm absolutely relentless and intolerant. I consider those virtues.
Godzilla 37 says, in the framework of a dad driving his kids to school or something along those lines, get along back there or I'll pull the car over and you can both walk. Thank you for the super chat, Godzilla.
Right. That's how you do it.
So absolutely nothing on the Arwinian paradox, nothing on physicality assumption bias, but we've learned that Arwin thinks Mel's got a nice voice, and Arwin thinks, Mel thinks Arwin's dedicated to the cause. So we've all learned something.
No. But I learned that apparently he does follow my show very closely, which I find I don't know what to think about.
That's not what he said.
Yet. It's what happens when you have a daily show, I guess.
You're reading way between the lines there, because he said, I hardly ever come along, I just came along today and then expressed concern and got shunned. So he didn't say that, but let's not worry about these details.
Well, he knows so much about me, apparently.
Yeah, you're spinning this into a little bit of narcissistic.
And you pretend to know nothing about me, right? You used to come over to Beyond the Imaginary Curve, right? Right? You're going to ignore all that, right?
What does that have to do with you?
Wizard ass. What does that have to do with me? I was a member, just like you are a member here of Nathan Oakley's. I sat with Beyond the Imaginary Curve, didn't I, Arwin? With Gav and Phuket Word and Harry Growler and Ali B. Remember, Arwen?
No, I don't remember.
Harry Growler.
Selective memory. Obviously.
No, I just don't remember. I probably didn't watch it. Or I don't care.
I'm sure you didn't. You were over there in the chat.
Sorry, is Harry Growler his real name?
Yeah.
Growler is a slang term for vagina here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yeah, he's from Cambridge.
Growler?
Growler, yeah.
What?
So he's Harry.
The old
Sounds
growler,
a bit
huh?
like you can imagine what Harry and a word similar sound like, and then Growler, which, as I've already said, I won't repeat. So Harry Growler. That's quite amusing.
I'm bringing that to the States.
Growler. Okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Fucking growler.
Yeah.
Okie dokie then. This has been possibly the worst live show we've had in about 3 years.
Hasn't been.
You're welcome.
Pussy Growler puts a icing on it, yeah.
Yeah, Growler saved it though.
I'm digging deep, man. I'm digging deep.
It all right.
I mean,
funny.
we are on this view tip, so yeah, Arwen being charged with pretending to not know who this man is or have any interest when he's sat on a panel that you're a fan of and you do speak fondly of. So Beyond the Imaginary Curve does have a panel. Mel's a member. You watch it regularly. You know who he is. That's his argument. I'm not saying that's the case.
I never said I didn't know who he is.
You implied it.
I'm just not super interested. I know who he is. Dude, I've been on a show with him. With this weird, chaotic background that gave me a huge headache. Yeah, I still have it somewhere on my
That
computer.
was Australia.
So of course I know who he is. It's just that I'm not that interested. Sorry to be rough. It's just what it is.
I'm the real wizard, Owen. Get used to it. Always have been. It was never you, mate. It's always been me.
A wizard battle.
Just in the
It's
interest of
always
balance.
been
Just
me.
in the interest
I
of
hold
balance.
the sword, Owen.
There are no such thing as
Aloft.
just in the interest of balance.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
a
yes,
wizard
there
in
are.
poetry. That's what you are.
It's a supernatural realm, isn't it, Owen? You know that.
Oh my god, are we going to have a Dungeons and Dragons geek
Don't
battle?
fucking tell me
Yes,
what
we are,
is what,
Nathan,
dude.
yes.
You don't know shit. You're a fantasist. You barely even know what
You're
the
the
fuck's happening to
fantasist.
you.
Dungeons and Dragons, right? A leather
You
jacket.
don't even
with a
know how to
ponytail.
analyze the
You're
experience
a walking
you have.
cliche. Walking
You don't
cliche
even know how
of
to
magic.
analyze your own freaking experiences.
Okay, we've got another super chat from Al Junkie, who's obviously decided to pour gasoline on this complete dumpster fire. If Arwen and Mel don't kiss now, I want my money back.
See,
No refunds,
no
Al Junkie.
structure.
Thank you for the super chat.
No magic. You ain't got none.
So we
You
went
don't
from
have any
football
order.
to Dungeons and
You
Dragons.
literally don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No
bro.
swearing.
You
I've had enough. I've
literally
only got a
don't
certain
know.
number. Try and keep it pleasant. Well, I
Your
think you
Old
both-
Testament, fire and brimstone, right, Arwen?
Yeah, blah blah blah. You literally don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Try not to swear, please.
Have you got a crystal, Arwen? Do you
Yeah, I do.
stroke the Pentagon?
A pentagon.
Huh?
Crystal
Yeah.
versus staff. Go.
Are you like an Illuminati member
No.
or something?
No, I'm a freaking
No?
sorcerer. I don't need trinkets and focus items to do what I do because I'm not a physically dependent little bitch wizard, okay? I don't need tools. I got everything right here. And I
man.
can
Choose
prove
you.
it. I can
Look at
prove
his
it.
passion.
I can lay out
Look
the
at his
details.
passion.
I can tell other people exactly how it works and they understand. What can you do with your sophistry, dreaming poetry nonsense? You don't even know what the hell
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing, Merle. You're a pretender clown wizard. You don't know
That's
what
you,
the fuck
mate.
you're doing. You get possessed half
One of the most
time. You
honest
do
people
shit,
in this
and then all
community.
kinds of
Always have
crazy-
been, always will be. Never wavered once. Suck me.
without any learning process, without
Suck
any
me hard.
consequences. Okay? You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Okay, right, this is it. That's it. No more. End, please. Shout out to Michael Jones. He says, "This is what you get for rushing through the housekeeping questions." Yeah, I've got to be honest, Michael, I do take full responsibility for this. It is entirely my fault. I run this show, therefore this is my responsibility. I have allowed this to happen. However, if you enjoy a good
that
dump to fire...
escalated quickly.
Say again, Anthony.
Well, that escalated quickly.
People who have got frayed nerves in this community, if you're very heavily into it, and both Arwin and Merle are very into this community, as they call it, therefore they are on their last nerve a lot of the time. Now, Arwin more so than Merle. Sorry, Arwin. But, you know, tempers get frayed easily if you hit the right buttons at the right moment. And there's more buttons on offer to press, and there's more moments that they're going to be pressed in a situation that's going to cause you frustration, in this case, Arwin.
Hey,
so
the highest towers get the most lightning, you know?
Yeah.
I totally get it. I knew this was going to happen. So, it's fine.
But just as you're the one talking, as you pick the mic at first, Merle's a good bloke, Arwin. Now, what I get from this is Merle's expressed concern, you've shunned him. That's where this begins. And regardless of how much you're not into Merle, you know, just take it as somebody who's in your, let's call it what Merle's called it, although I don't like it, community. He's just reaching out to you. He just doesn't know you well. He's never met you. He shouldn't need to give a shit, but he does have some empathy for you, and he's just expressed it. That's all that's happened. And it's descended into a massive row. Now, he's picked on something that you've said in that moment because he can jab at it. Now, I don't think he actually gives a crap either way about your declarations of children of Satan. I think he's just using that to make his point, and he has. To the point where I'm now, to a degree, siding with him. Now, you're both as bad as each other. You're both laying into each other after the fact. But, you know, Merle, no good deed goes unpunished. Arwin, try and realise when someone's reaching out to you. Can we draw a line under it there, please?
Yeah, well, whatever good deed he might have tried out that first time, as soon as I banned him because I was getting scattergunned with sock accounts, he instead chose to take it personal. And then he couldn't let it go, and he's still talking about it right now.
Yeah, I just want to apologise on behalf of Flat Earth Debate and all of the regular panel members to my members. So Dal West Watson says this is cringe, and Guns and Navarone, isn't Australia a province of China? No, you idiot. India. Don't you recognise the accent? Anyway.
Well, I guess you didn't want me to talk.
Someone's got their mic wide open. Try again, Arwin.
This is like the fourth time now that you talk halfway through a sentence that I'm making.
Yeah, like
So
I say,
apparently you don't really want it. That's fine.
tempers frayed easily.
Right. All I'm saying is I don't trust Merle. I don't trust him. And this is not because of a situation. This is long term. I've seen him go through shit. Everybody thinks it's all cute. I don't think it's cute. Right? Merle gets swept up in really nasty, obsessive behavior every now and then. And I'm calling it out, right? So whatever can I finish? Whatever original concern he might have had, that's not what's driving him right now.
Don't misrepresent me, you little shit.
So let's stop acting like he's a good guy right now, okay? He's not.
So what's your example? What do you know about me?
I've known every time I've seen you on streams, I've interacted with you. It's always the same shit. Your ego has way more control over you than you give it credit for.
STFU or demonstrate your claim.
Well, it's been 2 hours now. You're still obsessive.
No.
You're not the one letting it go. I'm very satisfied to just drop the subject and move on to some flat Earth.
Oh,
but
too.
you keep
are
on bringing it back.
As triggered can be.
Had a rough day, Merle.
Yeah, well, why don't you call me bald again? Right? Yeah, Mr.
Because you're
Little
playing the
Demon
victim.
there? Why
and
did you
then
get into the
projecting
at-home
onto
there
me.
again, Mr. Can't Let It Go after 2 hours? Right?
Stop being a
You're so
victim.
virtuous. You're so virtuous that after 2 hours, you still can't let it go and you still got to pile on the ad-homs to prove that you're better than me because it's personal.
That's how
to
you
right?
started, right? Right?
The other day I saw the moon. It was red like you wouldn't believe. Saturday morning. Huge, massive red right before sunup.
Oh,
That was awesome, wasn't it?
go on, John. Save us.
I was gonna say, if your ratings go up because of these interactions, I might just go back to being a baller and come on the show.
No, definitely not. The members of the chat are making it explicitly clear that they're not into this.
Yeah, well, I've just got to say one last thing, Nathan, then I'll just go.
No, you don't have to go.
If somebody's going to say that they don't trust me and then they're going to slander me, I mean, yeah, you know, I've had some trying times like everybody has. As we can see today, he wasn't on top form. He's had some proper meltdowns, this guy. Proper meltdowns, but he's reflecting it onto me.
Nathan, what's it going to be?
I've been solid.
Nathan, what's it going to be?
What's what going to be?
Either you kick him or I'm leaving.
I can't help this, right? I can't help the internal infighting.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
You can kick him.
You shouldn't put the Nathan in the middle, Arwen.
I don't want to hear
All
his
right, all right.
whining, bitching the
Arwen.
rest of the
I
fucking
can
show.
attempt to put a Arwen. I can attempt to put a
Arwen.
stop to it though. Can we end it there, Merle? You've said your piece.
Sure, mate.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'd rather the internal. It's still flat Earth related, right? Because both of them at some stage were pointing out the flat Earth nature of each other's existence and whether or not they're trustworthy or worthy in the slightest. And you're like, well, okay, well, this is a internal flat Earth related issue. Clash of personalities, admittedly, it's on a very personal.
Sure, Nathan.
Well, I'll let it slide for a reason, Neil. Just because I won't let you talk about your exhaust on a live show.
And out to Neil's exhaust.
I'm exhausted. You know, every
Arwen's always full of hot
By the
air.
way, that thing cost me. By the way, that thing cost me $1,900.
Right.
You know,
This is no different to Anthony and Bob. This is absolutely the same. There's no difference.
No, at
Internal
least Anthony
struggles.
and Bob's got an on-topic disagreement.
Yeah, and
every argument.
Well, what's the on-topic disagreement here?
look, you're gonna have to give me at
I
least a
know.
couple of minutes
I'm the
to
Batman.
find some positive spin to give you an
My
answer to that
show has to
question.
be about my show now. About how much
So there's no on-topic disagreement, so it's not like Anthony and Bob.
Right, it isn't. It's called a false equivalence.
Correct. Well done, Arwen. You've called Nathan out correctly.
Which,
If
by
I
the
wanna-
way, I wonder what Bob's going to do. Is he
I'm
going
the host.
to cut Witset's head off?
God, if I want to segue with a non sequitur or a false equivalent, then damn it, I'm going to get away with it on my own show. And I'm going to now shout out James Richards, who's giving me a perfect segue. Relative density produces a force. If the balloon is big enough, it will pick you up. A strong force is needed to hold it back because of the force produced by the relative density upwards, which can also occur in any direction. Thank you very much indeed for the super chat. Excellent on topic super chat.
Nathan, what
Yes.
argument on Earth is not flat Earth related since the Earth is flat?
Politics, exhausts,
No,
hi-fi,
every
unfortunately for me.
argument on this Earth is on the flat plane. So every argument is on the flat plane.
That's garbage, and you know it.
No, I'm not wasting
Left
your
your
time.
lights. How about that?
On
Right.
Earth, I said. Watch my words.
An internal struggle between two flat earthers who very much are relating to each other on a flat earth show, on a level that's related to flat earth, during a housekeeping session is flat earth related. Now, yeah, you can call it loose, but that's just the way it is.
Loose. It's still, I just woke up and I'm coming to the show. I'm saying, are they acting? Is this kind of like Nathan doing a little show like the view on purpose? What's going on here? Lack of ballers, maybe?
Yeah,
mean-
this is a bad David Weiss script, I must admit.
It was
We're
terrible.
not being. This is what happens when you're not overwhelmed by a plethora of globe proofsies, man. This is what happens.
What proofs these?
That's exactly the point. That's why this has turned into The View today, and Oprah.
I tried, man. I tried to bring it
That's
back
what I was
onto
saying, chocolate.
physical assumption bias and
I know
Darwinian
you tried,
paradox.
Nathan.
I tried to bring it back on the rails.
Maybe
Meantime-
Bob Nodell is right.
Shut up, Neil. Never say that.
Guns Never Owns amused. He says, this is very punny.
Like fights.
You know, with Neil's exhaust, you get blowback, and we just heard it.
I don't know which is worse.
This man always piping up.
Oh, God. I don't know which is worse, a string of puns on exhausts or an internal struggle between
Good
flat
one,
earthers.
chocolate.
Well, they're both blowing smoke.
Or Neil's breaking up Mike.
Yeah, that's right. That's why they come here and
wanted
get
to stop
they
Well,
come here
they're
and get
both
putting
converted.
gas in
Wait
the
a
tank.
second, I got to go one.
Right, I want to hear
Blow
Neil,
smoke.
10th Man, and Arwen all at once. Go.
If you wanted to
They're
stop
both blowing
putting
smoke.
gas in the tank,
They did it too.
I'm not joking.
So what's
Go on.
new on the over the weekend? What happened with Whitsitt? I missed it.
He was arrested for drugs, apparently. Who cares?
I was told marijuana is not a drug, it's a herb put here by God.
What is he, a Rastafarian?
I'm
I
just
don't
telling you
know,
what I
but
heard
you
on
could-
24/7 today.
You can stop traffic in a hat. Lots of things are possible.
Where do, we
Mother
stand,
mercy.
where do we stand on marijuana anyway?
Who
I mean, it is a
cares?
plant. It is
Who
growing.
cares where we stand on marijuana? It's
It
not
grows
it's
on
not
the
related to the
planet.
subject.
Is
Right?
it,
Now-
is it
Ah,
wrong?
stop,
Is it
Stop, right? If you're going to talk about a flat earther who's prevalent, discusses the subject and his arrest in this regard, that is as loosely related to flat earth as this argument between Merle and Arwen. Therefore, I'd have to let that slide by my very low standards today. However, just the political position on a drug, I couldn't give a crap. I mean, I'm going to have to tick that box in the disclaimer now for bloody... for YouTube. And it's not like it's even slightly related to the subject. And
I don't know, but you shouldn't get out of all joints about it. Come on, Nate.
Oh, God. Oh,
Get all
no.
out of joint.
Join the super chat.
Look, was he put in the joint or what?
I have nothing to say.
Listen, they're the one puffing at each other.
This is just going to be one of those shows, I'm afraid, people.
Well, you started it. I mean, I walked into this show and I'm hearing no flat earth
Listen,
stuff. We rushed through the housekeeping questions. The next thing I know, Arwen's going at it with Merrill. I go, what's going on here?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to James Richards again. He says, I tried to change it up as well, Nathan. I was hoping you guys would talk about my previous super chat to get your thoughts on it. I absolutely thought that that would be the case. Sometimes, though, James Richards, you have to accept that if you're on the path of being the View for a day, there is nothing you can stop that train wreck from happening. Once it's off the rail, some of them you just cannot squeeze them back on again. This is one of those days. And I've had every bit of support from you in this regard, James. I cannot thank you enough. I've tried, you've tried, 10th Man's tried. But, you know, we've all failed here today. This has probably been one of the worst live shows I've done on this debate. I've got to be honest.
It was so.
all your fault, Nathan.
Not all my fault,
was-
that is. I can't shirk the responsibility. It's my show. I'm about to protest. No, it's not my fault yet. It's...
You let the wrong things ramble on for too long. I don't know. Maybe you just had a really relaxed weekend, which is a good thing, I guess.
No.
Okay, can we
Yeah.
get off the? Can we? Get
How
off
was
the
your
Nathan-
weekend?
Can we get off the Nathan Springer show, please?
Oh, we have to talk about nonsense again? No, I'm just asking, how was your weekend, Nathan?
Just as I'm about to do the outro, my camera's gone wrong. So I'll figure that out while you have your small talk about the weekend, unless we don't have a camera. No, we're not going to have a camera.
Keep it running. Keep it running.
No, I'm going to round out with my funny look on my face when I press that button. Check it out. Frozen. Completely. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to both Discord and G Plus panel for making today's after show possible.
Oh, that's nice.
I left
Dude,
it in.
it's only the end of the live show.
Yeah, I've never heard it, so I left your mic open just so I could hear it happen. With that, I will say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to both Discord and G Plus panels for making today's live show possible. Of course, a massive thank you to all of you in the live audience for putting up with this absolutely god-awful edition of the View/Flat Earth debate. If you are watching on either Nathan Oakley 1980 or Nathan Oakley Programming streams, however, stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
What a lovely day!